you play anything. I know it's hard, but we're testing it out.
Yeah.
Just so cute.
I'm done. Well, I'm done, Harper.
You're not Harper, which is why you practice. But we don't practice.
Pull it together, Chris. We're good. You are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. You are listening to Streaming Verse with Chris and Nina.
Hello.
In a sauna.
Yes. The thoughts on it. Did you say that already?
No, I was going to, but you can do it.
The thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper Radio, or its Board of Trustees. And we're going to get into some real heavy topics later on, so we're going to have to make sure we state that a couple times.
Okay.
That was Oat Milk with DJ Double Dip. You can find their music on Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp, and SoundCloud.
Killed it. All right. Chris, what have you been watching this week?
Apparently, okay, I just want to state this for everyone so everyone knows. We are
Get the camera off of me.
We are working in a very hot studio tonight, and I really think after a long day, weird weather, we're both slightly impacted. Oh, I have my fan in my purse. I need to go get my fan.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
take it away.
So, we are here tonight, and we're going to do our best to get through the show because I think we're both a little loopy. Maybe me more than Nina tonight.
I think so.
But we're going to be talking about what we've been watching, and then dive into It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover,
Yeah.
and soon to be a motion picture starring Blake Lively and Justin. I can't think of his last name. Baldoni.
Thank
Yes.
you. I'm like,
Thank
I know
you
know
from
it.
our checker in the background. I appreciate that. So, Nina, I'm going to ask you what you've been watching and go
So
get
you
my
can
fan.
get your fan. All right. Well, it's been a pretty meek. That's weird. I read it. It's fine. Why are you looking? I wish the camera got that. So it's not been a great week for me streaming wise because of finals here at Harper. But I started watching Kim's Convenience on Netflix, which is really cute. It's like a sitcom about a convenience store, which is funny because I actually read a book called The Convenience Store Woman. Your zipper was very loud.
Zipper is very loud. And my keys rattling.
She's starting an ASMR channel over there. I don't know. It's cute. It's funny. It's like a family thing. And then I also went to the theater, so it's not streaming yet, but it... Jesus, Chris. But it has the icon on Disney Plus that it's going to be streaming soon. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yes. That's exciting.
She's not always like this.
It's so hot in here. All right, I have my fan now.
Oh my God! Why do you just have that in your purse?
So if you're watching us on YouTube Live, in fact, our show is on YouTube Live. Head over to the Harper Radio channel, and I am using my fan. I was actually, a long time ago, we were in Paris. We went to the Louvre, and it was really hot, and they were selling this in the gift store. So I bought myself a fan. I've learned how to master the fan because of sitting at baseball games and everything. In fact, this isn't even the same fan because that one got so worn out. But I bought a new one because it is very convenient.
I love that.
And probably soundless, too.
I have a fan actually just like that. I can't really make fun of you. But mine...
But you started to anyway.
But I did anyway. Mine I got at... when I saw 6 on Broadway in Chicago because it was Pride Month and it's rainbow and it says 6.
Oh, that's cool.
And I love it. I should have brought it today, but I didn't.
I've been saving up what I've been watching because we've had guests on for the past couple weeks. So one of the things I've been watching is The Diplomat on Netflix. The Diplomat. It's so good. The lead actress... Does anyone here know what The Diplomat is? And
no.
It's Carrie...
Underwood.
No, not Carrie Underwood.
I love Carrie.
But she looks like crap, which is just awesome.
My God!
No, hold on.
Okay.
D.
She looks like crap.
Carrie Russell.
Okay.
She was in the movie Waitress.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah. So she's in this. No, but she is someone who they at the last minute she's supposed to be in go work in some like third world country to help with from the United States government standpoint, and they have her end up being the ambassador in the UK. So it's a last minute change. It's a responsibility she doesn't want, and she's very like stressed out about it. But instead of making her look beautiful like they do all the time in these shows when you're supposed to look at them and go, oh, look, they're handling everything so well under pressure, she looks like crap. And it's like, good. Like, that's what she would look like.
It's like the Jessica Jones situation. She's so messy. Her room's a mess. They never depict women like that.
Exactly. And that's what I mean by
it's a good thing.
It's a good thing. She looks awful. And it's also interesting, too, because it's more real life where her husband's also an ambassador, but he's great at schmoozing. And so sometimes he'll start making deals without her being aware of what he's up to. So she wants to get rid of him. It's like he needs to leave the country. He needs to go. He keeps getting in the way for everything. But in the meantime, when they have breakfast together, she eats off his plate. Which I think is more real relationships where they love each other, but they can't handle each other. He stresses her out, but at the same time, she needs him. So, that's where it's been coming to in this. So the first season's already over. So if you haven't had a chance, head over to Netflix and check it out. And there is going to be a season 2. So it's so exciting.
Until they cancel it last minute. Because that's what they've been doing for every Netflix show.
But was there already you could see the season 2 and the show and they cancel it anyway? Mm-hmm. Oh,
have you not seen all the memes online, Chris?
I saw some, but they're shows I probably am not watching right now, so I don't care. Or I'm happy got canceled. Sometimes I watch a show and I'm like, please cancel this so I don't have to torture myself anymore.
I can name one like that, but I don't want to bring it up. It's a sore topic.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you do. You'll get it.
Jake Gyllenhaal's in it?
No, Jake Gyllenhaal is not in it. Oh my gosh. He could never. No, I'm just... Okay, gotta stop. Yeah, what else have I watched?
Wow.
Yeah, no, literally. Oh, well, okay. This is a good opportunity to shoot this in.
Okay.
I saw Aladdin opening night Broadway in Chicago.
Yeah.
So technically I saw Aladdin. It was amazing.
Good. Is that the Aladdin who had an issue with the current mermaid? No.
What?
Did you hear about this? No. Apparently there's some shade going on between Aladdin and the Little Mermaid, the new Little Mermaid.
No, I saw the Broadway.
I know it's on Broadway, but this guy, he's not in The Little Mermaid. He's a different he's Aladdin. Someone who's playing Aladdin. Yeah. Not in a movie, just somebody who's playing Aladdin through her shade.
That's so stupid.
Yes, it was. He got in trouble for it. I mean, social media wise. They knocked him down.
That's ridiculous. The new Little Mermaid looks so good. And I genuinely cannot wait to see it. That didn't sound genuine at all, but I do. I'm really excited about it. Except Flounder is so ugly, and that makes me so sad because he looks like a fish, and fish are ugly. Sorry, fish are so ugly.
They're creepy.
They're creepy and they're ugly,
Yeah.
and I never want to see one ever again in my life. So, fish slander, basically. What else have you been watching, Chris?
Well, of course, I'm up to date on Ted Lasso. I've watched
here
the
we go.
most recent episode. And this week, the quote from the show I'm going to share with everyone is, keep your head up and be like a goldfish.
I hate goldfish.
The point of a goldfish in Ted Lasso means, like they swim around, like you feed them.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, you feed them again. They don't remember they ate. Be like a goldfish. Forget. Just let it go.
I'm already like a goldfish.
See?
I don't remember anything.
Keep your head up and be a goldfish. So that was very, very touching. And I was searching the internet and checking on the Rebecca. As I've mentioned before, she saw like a fortune teller person who predicted that something would happen with the green matchbook, something would happen with thunder and lightning and being all wet in the water, and someone would say something the wrong way.
Yeah.
And so there's things going on that maybe she's already met this man. Like she had this thing in Amsterdam where we were talking about this, the most romantic night she's ever had, and all they ever did is kiss. And that possibly it's him and she's going to be going back to Amsterdam. So the internet's a buzzing about, but we did see the green matchbook and one of the soldiers that Ted Lasso has handed out to everyone. He hands out, those little green soldiers.
Yeah, the Green Army men.
Yeah, he handed them out to everyone, basically as a way to think like someone has your back.
Aww.
And it was really cute because he gave one to one of the players who is from Africa, and he goes, no, thank you. And he goes, well, no, and he goes, oppression from Americans. He goes, I understand, but it's weird because we think of them as little toys. And somebody else looks at that as a symbol of how they've been oppressed by Americans.
Jeez. I just think of them from Toy Story.
I know, that's what I think of too. Need more monkeys.
Yes, exactly. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we will be right back. Stay tuned to Streaming Verse on WHCM.
If you want to be part of the actual coolest group of people, you should join WHCM. Trust me, you won't regret it. No experience is needed, and we will teach you everything that you need to know right here at the station. You have the opportunity to compete in national broadcasting competitions, host a live radio show, or work behind the scenes, or even both, and laugh your head off in the most positive and encouraging environment. Can't wait to join any longer? Email us at whcmhawkradio@gmail.com.
Hey, buddy, are you free to hang out tonight?
Sorry, no can do. I got the night shift.
Boss got you working late, huh?
Not at all. It's the night shift on Harper Radio. A full night devoted to the alternative and experimental. You'll hear everything from psychedelic rock to reggae, from classic hip-hop to old-school folk. You'll even hear vaporwave, local music, and so much more.
Well, hey, I think I may just join the night shift myself.
Spend your night with us, Fridays and Saturdays from 7 p.m. until 5:30 in the morning. The Night Shift, Friday and Saturday nights. Catch it while you can. On Palatine's own Harper Radio. Radio done differently.
Welcome back to Streaming Verse with Chris and Nina. We are now going to dive into a new topic that I'm going to read this first. The thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees.
Very good. And yes, we do need that for this segment.
Very much so. Which is funny because we were talking so highly of it last week. Well, not really.
No.
No, it was just the idea of the movie.
There's so many problematic things with it. So we're talking about It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, correct? Making sure I have her name correct.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
and
you can say it wrong.
Okay.
Colleen Javier.
And I didn't even realize until I got into the studio tonight that Nina is also not a fan of this book, which made me happy because I was nervous that she was like, oh, this is the best book ever.
No.
Now, things about it that I would say are positive is that I think it does give an insight as to the fact that abuse can come from seemingly nowhere to people and not understand it and not understand what's going on. So to a degree, I think it could be slightly educational, but that's kind of where it ends.
That is where it ends.
And I'm very confused as to why a movie is being made about this unless they're going to change it.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've read the book, and I want to say too, because I know last week I was like, "Oh, I'm so excited about this movie." Yeah, of course I'm excited about this movie because Blake Lively's in it. Even though we were talking earlier how she shouldn't be cast because she's like older.
She's
right?
old.
Yeah, she is old. I love Blake Lively, but like, girl.
Well, the character is 22 at the beginning of the book.
Yeah.
Well, not 22 at the beginning, like 23, 24. Yeah, so she's young. Blake Lively's 15 years older than that, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe
She has like 2 kids? I just know Taylor's
at least
got some.
3.
At least 3. Okay, James.
I thought they had a 4th though.
I wouldn't be surprised.
She just had a baby.
That's true. She did just have a
She
baby.
literally just had. So that's what I'm thinking. Was she pregnant during the filming of the movie and there was a tie-in there?
No.
Oh, by the way, total spoilers on this book. If you have not read it and you're excited about reading it,
It came out in 2016.
yeah. So I don't
your
care,
fault.
but it's your fault. But you just need to know we're going to talk and we're not worried about it. There's your warning.
Yeah. I don't know what I was going to say. But yeah, that's the first problem, which in the oh my god, talk, Nina. In the it's so hot in here. In
so
everything wrong with this book and the movie, well, the movie's not out yet. The book. That's like the smallest issue.
Yes.
Is her being like a little too old to play the part.
Right.
Which tells you a lot.
Well, and this is more the light things that could be I have a problem with, not to the heavy stuff. We'll get into the heavy stuff. I have no problem talking about the heavy stuff. That is wrong. But Ellen DeGeneres, I also find is problematic with this whole thing.
No, literally.
But yet it's so intricate to the storyline.
Yes.
I'm like, are they going to keep that in the movie? Because I truly see her as a problematic human being.
She is. I used to look up to her.
I used to love Ellen DeGeneres.
I used to love her.
But
She
the
let
fact
me
that
down.
the whole just keep swimming is so integral to the whole story. I'm like, are they going to get rid of her? Are they going to keep her? And if she's in the movie, then that's going to be even more problematic. Not necessarily her, but clips of her show, or maybe somehow there's a nod to her or something. But
Right.
it's like,
Just
I don't
no
think,
more Ellen. Just get her out of here.
Yeah.
If you treat people badly, which isn't that like the gist of the story here? If you don't treat people well, like you're not a good person. And then they shoot Ellen DeGeneres in there.
Well, let's admit, though, in 2016, we didn't realize how problematic. It wasn't out. I mean, you could kind of tell, like, all of her comedy is basically like, look what they have and what I don't have, is the underlying premise of her comedy. It's like, look, you're happy and I'm not.
Yeah, like, okay. She made Taylor Swift feel very uncomfortable when she was on her show, so... Not a fan.
I didn't know
like,
that.
multiple times.
Yeah.
I hated her after that.
So, all right. So those are the
That's the light stuff.
the light stuff that are problematic with that book. Why did they pick this book? I understand, like, one of the things he was talking about, our guest last week, was that, men need to be correct. But, men need to behave better, or whoever the abusers are need to change their pattern. But it's not that simple.
No.
Because normally these behaviors have been somehow drilled into their behaviors and who they are.
Keep going.
And so changing means basically reprogramming.
There's a book character. I'm going to start blushing.
Okay.
Who is a great example of that, I think. He was literally raised to, like, kill people. Like that. To destroy the world. That was literally why he was raised.
Mm-hmm.
And this man now is married to a lovely woman and has a dog named Dog. And stop laughing at me.
I'm not laughing at what you're saying. I'm laughing at your gestures while you're saying it.
You have a fan over there. You cannot talk about my gestures. I get very excited about Aaron Warner and Warnett, and I love them so much. I made bracelets and I wear them every day.
Oh, now is this a fictional character though?
Yeah, he was
Which is fine.
written by a woman, which tells you everything,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
So does he go through therapy to get better, or does he just become better?
So no, he yeah, it's like a dystopian kind of world.
Okay, gotcha.
That's
okay.
not even a thing, but I've read this is so bad. I've read fan fiction where he goes to therapy. I'm now realizing this is going to be on the internet forever, which is making me so happy. Great. It's really hot in here, man.
It is so
It's
hot
like
in here.
confession time.
It is so hot. Like I think we're both wearing clothes that we didn't necessarily intend to be seen, but we're okay if we were. I'm like, my tattoos are out right now
I put my hand on this and my ink is bleeding
because you're so hot.
because I'm
yeah.
so hot.
Jeez.
There's no hair there.
Yeah. So one of the things I thought about with this book is, have you ever heard of the book The Power of Habit?
Yes.
I've talked about it a little bit on the show and what it means. And basically, it's like how human beings operate. Okay?
Yes.
And it is such a hot, it's so hot in here. Did you see that? Yes, I saw that.
died.
We're having equipment failures over here now, too. I don't have arms. That's right.
This one. Brian, the arm's broken. It wasn't me. It's fine. We're good. We're good.
So the power of habit, basically, they go into how human beings' brains work. And how they operate is that
Nothing in my brain.
we tend to want everything to become automatic, so that basically, I don't know if it's our nervous system, whatever it is, but some part of our brain, we want everything automatic, so they become processes we don't have to think about. But in the other part of your brain, that's where you're looking for the danger. That's where your flight or flight comes in.
Your amygdala.
So that when something changes, we can react to it. And that's why, like, we do better when we always park in the same spot when we go to work, or we leave our keys in the same place. We are creatures of habit for these reasons.
Right.
Okay. And then to change a habit, such as like with alcoholism, it's replacing one thing in your line of habits in order to make new habits and become a different person, change who you are.
Right.
Does this make sense? Are we good so far?
Just think of all Aaron Warner went through, man. I love this boy. This man, sorry. Like, he was a boy. 19. He was 19, never mind. That's still a boy. But he's still a boy.
Okay.
I love him. Okay.
So the reason I bring
Sorry,
this
keep
up
talking.
is because at one point in the book, after Lily, who is our lead female character, I can't even... Protagonist? You have a hot mess. She proclaims to love Ryle, who is our abuser in this story. Atlas is her hero. And why did she have to have a hero? I'm just all over the place with this. But anyway, so at one point she says, when she decides to leave Ryle, that I love him, and that's why this is so hard. I love him. You don't love him. You have a habit with him. This isn't love. Human beings tend to confuse themselves between what love is and what a habit is. Many, many people stay in bad relationships because they're too scared to leave. So fear and your habit are keeping you there, not love. And one of the stories that really got to me, this is a true life story that made me realize that, is my ex is from the South Side. and like the South Side.
Okay.
And he is with a woman now, which is all great. This is all good. This is not a bad story.
Right.
Who is also from the South Side, and they lived in a house that they wanted to move out of and move to a slightly better neighborhood, but she couldn't leave the neighborhood because that's what she's used to. So even though there is a gunshot through her wall,
Right.
because that's what happens in the area that they live in, that's what she knows, so she stayed there. So if someone, were to go, oh, do you love that? No, she doesn't love it. It's what she knows, and that's the same thing in an abusive relationship. You don't love these people. You're in a repetitive habit with these people.
That
And
makes
you
so much
are
sense.
also part of it, like, because with Lily, she is doing what her mother did. So it's a learned behavior. All right, so I just had to get that out because
No,
I'm
that
reading
was-
this book. As soon as she starts talking about love, I'm like, rah, rah, rah. What were you going to say?
That was really, I don't know what I was going to say. That was very intellectual, and it's pretty hot in here. Megan asked, is it really hot in here? Yes, Megan, it is really, really, really hot in here. You're missing out. She texted.
Okay, yeah. She also asked, also, if you listened to as the audiobook, did you get a different feel of the book? Well, since no one's in there, there is someone in there, but they're not chatting. I think, you read it, and I did the audiobook. So,
Also, like, a million years ago, though.
no, that's fine. But I had to listen to the book at, like, upped speeds, like almost 1.5, because I just wanted to get through it.
That makes sense.
Because it was just this girl, and, well, I'm Lily, and I got my little heart tattoo. And I'm like, let's go. Well, weren't you mentioning, like, it's written for, like, a 4th grader? The content isn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Colleen Hoover is not a great author. Sorry. She has a lot of books out, and none of them are very good. Do you disagree?
I've only read It Ends With Us, but I also
Okay.
read the second one.
Do you...
Sure.
Okay. Okay, hang on. Okay, everyone, this is the... How do I introduce you?
Professional reader.
Professional reader. Taylor Swift wrote the song Dear Reader about her, actually. No one else is allowed to read except for her.
So true.
So take it away.
I love to gatekeep reading.
Yes, as you should.
Well, I read the second one, and it was bad.
Yeah?
It just felt like a fan fiction. It didn't feel like she wrote it. It was just like completely pointless, and you can tell that she did it for the money.
Oh, yeah.
I actually don't remember like a single thing that happens in that book. Wait, let me think. Okay, should I like
Go for
summarize it?
Go for
Okay,
it.
I think I literally don't. Okay. Oh, Atlas has a brother, and he like spray painted his restaurant, and that's kind of all I remember.
Oh my
I literally
God.
don't
Isn't
remember a
it-
single thing that happened in that book because it was just that bad. I just blocked it all
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I read, and I'm only saying this to see if it gets on helps your memory, that part of it's from his point of view.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, and
It's
yeah,
a
so
dual
it's like
point
what
of view.
it's what reminded me though, and I don't know which came first, but it reminded me of Twilight when they wrote a book from Edward's point of view, and it's like,
Did you read Twilight?
I've read all 4 books twice of Twilight. I will admit
Twice?
that. Yeah.
Okay, I do remember you mentioning the thing about we were talking about. No, it was the time when I was like, we were talking about some award show, and I was like, I genuinely don't care, and I just started giving my own awards, and I said something about best portrayal of grief, and I was like, Elizabeth Olsen, obviously. And you were like, no, I read Twilight. And I was like, what? And then she was like, and it was a blank page. And then it was blank, blank. And that, like, broke my heart.
That is still one of the most intense things. Our mysterious guest, have you read Twilight?
I have not read
No, yeah.
Twilight.
She's really depressed because Edward is gone, and it's in the book it's just 3 blank pages. It goes October, and you turn it November, and you turn it December, and you turn it.
That's so sad.
And those might not be the exact 3 months in case we have any Twilight people who jump on us.
The Twilight fans are coming for us? Oh, my God.
We'd be lucky if any fans came for
Please,
us.
please. I want to... No, I don't want to fight a Twilight fan. Just kidding.
But it was so sad. Because you
That's
just knew how
devastating.
looking she was and stuff.
Yeah.
But and I'm going to Forks, which is where Twilight takes place next month. So I'm so excited.
Don't get bit, right?
Exactly.
Right? That's a thing. That's Twilight. I don't know. I've never seen it or watched it or read it.
It's funny. And also,
should watch it.
one of the
Yeah.
main reasons I was watching is because my niece was also having issues trying to find stuff to read and trying to help her become a reader. So I was reading more like those types of books. What Suzanne Collins, what Mockingjay. So I read that
Okay,
series.
yeah, The Hunger Games.
I read the other one.
Divergent.
Divergent. I
Oh.
read all those. And I read Twilight.
You've never read Divergent?
I know what happens at the end, so I didn't want to
Oh.
do that to myself. No.
Fair, yeah. You. Oh, that's true. It doesn't meet your criteria.
Mm-mm.
That's fair. That's fair.
We probably should take a break.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, right on. You're really good at time management, Chris. I'm not.
I've just been here longer. That's all.
All right. Stay tuned for more streaming verse. Yep.
You are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees, celebrating 20 years on air at Harper College.
88.3 WHCM.
WHCM, Harper Radio.
I can talk if you want.
Back, don't worry. We're having minor malfunction. Oh, what? Wait. Hey. We're back. PSA, join Harper Radio. It's pretty cool.
If you're interested in joining Harper Radio, you can email us at I know what to say, I just can't say
Hawk.
it. WHCM Hawk
weird
Radio
word.
at gmail.com, or stop by the station in Building A on the 3rd floor. You can't miss us. We've got a window here now where you can see what's going on in the station. The light, there's always a light on during the day, so even if no one's in here, you can look inside. And if you're interested, talk to our manager and let us, fill out an interest form, and we'll love to talk to you. There's
Yeah.
lots of things you can do here at the station. You could be on-air personality, you could be a producer, you could be graphic designer, photographer, social media.
I was just gonna say that, Chris. Yeah, there's tons of stuff you can do, and it's super fun. So do it. Anyways.
And don't wait till the next semester if you're already a Harper College student. Start this summer.
Yeah. Real quick, the thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees.
And if you are listening right now on 88.3 FM, did you know you could listen to us on harperradio.com? And we are also on YouTube Live. Head over to YouTube and look for the Harper Radio channel.
And while it's in my brain, because it will definitely get out of my brain, make sure you follow us at streaming_verse on Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, IMDb, and likewise. Boom.
Very good.
Okay.
All right. Positive things about It Ends With Us. So we've been discussing It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. We are not fans. So this is kind of reminiscent of our days with Grey's Anatomy and the,
Yeah, I told you about that. Yeah. How we just,
we're hate watching.
yeah.
So one of the positive things about this is Aisha. Is that that character's name? The sister. Ryle's sister. I think it's Aisha or something like
Starts
that.
with an A, that's all I know.
Okay, and it's played by Jenny Slate, who is so funny. She is 100% that character. Too old, like the
Right.
other ones, but 100% that character. So I'm very excited about that casting.
Yeah.
So I think that's spot on.
Okay. Positive.
That was my one positive thing
Okay.
to say.
Positive.
Well, I love Blake Lively too. But
Yeah, Blake Lively is in the movie. I like her a lot. Another positive.
Okay. I'm ready.
They're filming it in New Jersey. And I will be there.
Ooh, that's right. Are they filming it right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were just talking about if we're going to sneak on the set or not.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just to see her.
No,
I'm sorry.
literally.
Even I would want to just see her in person.
And
I
all
mean,
of her
she's
glory.
gorgeous.
She's, woo.
And she can do that soft-spoken thing, which I imagine her doing with Lily. Have you ever seen The Age of Adeline?
No, I haven't been able to physically work myself up to it yet.
Why?
Because it's sad, right?
It's sad, but not heartbreaking.
Oh.
It's just sad. It's not heartbreaking.
Oh, so then I'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. You'll be fine. Trust me. It's an award winner? Maybe not, but I've watched it at least 4 times, and it's on Netflix right now.
I trust you.
Harrison Ford's in it. Can't be that bad.
Okay.
And, this really, really handsome man.
Is it Penn Badgley?
No, it's not Penn Badgley. I actually don't know the actor's name, but he was also in Orphan Black, which I'm going to get you into soon.
Yes, you are.
Because Kristen Ritter's going to be in the
Yes,
new
you
version
are.
of Orphan
yes,
Black.
She is. I'm in love with Kristen Ritter. What was I going to say?
I'm going to tell you this man's name.
Okay.
Michael Huisman, Huisman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what
does
he
he
is
look like?
doing now. He's just dreamy. He's just so dreamy.
Okay.
Oh, he's in Echo 3. He was in Echo 3. Oh, that's right. He was in Echo 3 recently. A Boy Called Christmas. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. Kate, American Dream. He was in The Flight Attendant. He's a dead guy in The Flight Attendant.
Oh, he is dreamy. I mean, like, we saw his, like, neck sliced open, but
Right, yeah. His neck
dreamy
was like-
nonetheless.
Right. Yeah.
I was going to connect this back to Streamingverse.
Okay.
Because although there is a movie coming out soon of It Ends With Us, you can also stream books, right?
Yes, that's what I did. I streamed the
Yes.
audiobook.
Sometimes it gets a little awkward, like the time when I was reading Song of Achilles and I wanted to go to the gym, but I did not want to stop reading the book. And Susanna, you can make fun of me. It was terrible. And so I download the audiobook, I'm listening. Well, I rent it from the library, which is free, which I will explain in a second. But it was a pretty spicy scene. And I was at the gym lifting weights, and I was like, oh my God. Oh no. Like everyone, I thought everyone could hear it. Like,
I think that all the time.
Yeah.
If I'm
I do
reading something, I'm like, everyone is looking over my shoulder right now and
Yes.
seeing what I'm reading right now.
Yeah.
and it was just like smut. And I was like, okay,
Well,
I'm just working out.
what's better, that or the ending? What would
Oh,
you rather
definitely
be
the
listening?
smut.
Yeah.
The ending took me out.
Yeah, it's I've been in that situation too. Or you're listening to something, there's smut, and it's like, oh no, I'm
Yeah.
not.
Or like-
can you tell?
Yeah, even like watching a TV show, and my dad will walk in the room, and they're like, doing it on the TV show, and he's like, "What you watching?" And I'm like, "Oh my God."
It only happens when there's someone coming in.
Exactly.
And then, like, when you're completely alone, it's like the normal parts. And then as soon as you get to the
Yes.
parts that you don't want anyone else to see, that's when everyone starts walking in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyways, Song of Achilles was that was a little bit traumatic for me
yeah.
at the gym. I was literally like looking around, and there's like these big men, and they're like, I'm like, oh my God, like this is so embarrassing. But you can, if you have a library card to your local library, you can get the apps Libby and Hoopla. At least those are the two ones that I use most often.
Yeah, Schomburg has those too.
Yeah.
Both. Yep.
Okay. And Libby is kind of, well, there's pros and cons to each of them. Libby is kind of annoying because every popular book you want to read, you need to hold in there's like a 6-month wait.
Yes.
Which is very annoying. But Hoopla allows you 10 free rentals a month. And there's movies on there, there's TV shows, there's music, all that stuff on there. But the issue with that one is it's only 10, and I thought to myself, oh, I don't read that much. And then Susanna got me into the Shatter Me series, and I was immediately cut off from renting for the rest of the month because I read all of them.
Oh, jeez.
So you know this. I read them all in like 2 weeks, and then I ordered physical copies of them because I needed them in my life. And now I'm still, I literally, there's been times where I've texted you, Susanna, like on the edge. I'm like, tell me not to read it again. Tell me not to pick this up and read this all over again because like I'm going to do it. It's really good. It's by...
We should read it again together.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We could have like a monthly book club show.
Oh my god. Can we please? Tahira Mafi. Oh my god, I love her. I'm in love with her. She wrote the books.
Okay.
And there's little novellas that go in between each.
I think so.
Each book?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
I don't think it's each.
It's
but
like
some
every
of
other.
them. Yeah.
I don't know. And there's one at the end, and it's just perfect.
The
And
last
I'm
one,
mad.
But-
She stopped.
All right, so back to the apps here.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
One of the things I noticed was Libby, I like the formatting of the books, but Hoopla seems a little more like, here's a book, figure out where you are.
Yeah, no,
That
that's...
kind of
yeah.
drives me nuts about Hoopla. Where with Libby, once you've set it up and you download, like you said, you always have to wait. There is always a wait for the books, it seems
Yeah.
like, unless it's something older.
Right.
But the formatting is nice. You know where you are, you know the chapter. With Hoopla, it's kind of like, here's an entire book. We're not tracking anything.
Right. And two, because of a lot of classes I've taken at Harper, I found audiobooks on YouTube, albeit they're like just people reading them, you know? Like there's one guy I listened to, he read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy because I could not, there was no way I could read that, like just like in one sitting, because I still don't really know what happened. The answer is like 42 or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got, and I don't like, it's satire, I get that, but I'm it just whoop right over my head. So I was listening to it, and it was this guy, just like, and he had this accent. I can't remember what accent it was, but it was like so like. Some of the time I couldn't tell. It was probably like like North England. Like,
yeah. Okay. So yeah, because he's from England. I don't know where he was from, but
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was reading it out by a fireplace, so then every once in a while you'd hear like the fire like crackle, and it was really satisfying. But then like all the comments were like, "Oh, thanks, you know, like I got like a drink and I went outside and sitting in the moonlight and with the fire and the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy." I'm like, all right, whatever floats your boat. But I've also found that like books used in academic settings ish are you can find on YouTube of like students reading them. Like I read The Convenience Store Woman and the entire book.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. And there's like lots of likes and comments on the video itself, so it's not like a Broadway bootleg type situation where they're like nobody sees it. It's a slime tutorial. They're not trying to hide it.
Right.
So I don't know how that's legal, but
Oh, that's a good question. I wonder how a lot of these things, because even like with YouTube, you're not supposed to have shows, but there's all these shows on there.
right.
And it's like, how do they get permission? And it's like some dude loaded a monkey show. So yeah, I've watched some monkey shows. Shocker.
What?
On
You
YouTube.
watched the monkeys? No way. This is an alternate reality. The one where I hugged Taylor Swift. Now I want to cry. Okay. This is the other thing I was going to say. What's it called? Red, White, and Royal Blue is being made into a movie. She made me read it.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I'm so glad she did because it's so good. Without spoiling anything, it's basically, it's a female president.
Mm-hmm.
Queen. Her son, it's enemies to lovers with the Prince of England.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? Yeah.
I haven't read it.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. It took me a little longer to get through than the Shatter Me series, but woo, it's good. It's so good. Oh my god. See, I'm so bad at talking about this because I'm like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah, literally, I
Just adjectives.
Help the people understand. Well, you did. You already said the president.
Well, I don't want to.
Yeah.
It's very.
Good.
It's good. Yeah, it's like a coming of age situation.
There you go. There you
kind
go.
of because they're teenagers, and there's like this like core group of friends surrounding the president's son, and they.
But you know what I just found out?
What?
The author doesn't like Taylor Swift.
Okay, that's done.
Canceled. Never mind. It's a terrible book. Don't. How do you not like Taylor Swift?
I know. Did they mentioned her in the book? Did you see?
They did mention her in the book, and I was like, oh my god, I love this even more because they mentioned Taylor Swift.
No, she doesn't like her.
Canceled. Never mind. So they're making that into a movie that's going on Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it now.
Well,
I think I'm gonna watch it because it's
I
really
might.
cute, but I don't support the author.
maybe I'll watch it
She's dead to me.
not on Prime.
Yeah,
so I don't
like
get
go.
the
Yeah,
stream.
don't
The
get
one
the streams.
stream.
There you go. I'm gonna do that too.
Also, the further out you watch it is better too.
True,
You know what I mean? If you watch it like, and I don't know what it is now for streams. Let me describe it. It is for TV. Like if you record something on DVR, it counts as like 100% if you watch it within like 24, 48 hours. And this is just estimates. It only counts as like half of that if you watch it like 4 days after it's out. And if you watch it a week later, they don't care. So something like that is probably the same with the streams in terms of like how they rate. Because if you watch it, a year later,
right.
no one's making any deals on it. No one can go, okay, based on this popularity, you're going to get this.
No,
a
that
year
makes
later.
sense. That does really make a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's the way it was with DVRs. I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
I don't have a DVR.
No, I don't think I
I
have
stream everything now.
one. Really? You have a show called Streaming Verse?
And I stream everything? Really?
That's wild.
Shocker.
Okay, so I guess that's the PSA. If you don't like Taylor Swift, I don't like you.
So true.
It's so true though. Sorry. Chris, I'm so glad that you like you at least like Love
I'd be
Story.
cancel.
You would
I
be
like some
canceled.
of her other stuff too.
Yeah?
I'm not on the same league as you guys,
Well,
but
you could never.
no.
Yeah, no.
You would no, there's
Sorry.
no way.
No.
Susanna and I and Jesus,
Yeah.
we are the ultimate Swifties and no one will ever be better than us.
I did have a TMZ story that involves
no.
Taylor Swift. You know I never tell you any negative stuff, first of all.
Yes.
And second of all, this is really nothing to do with Taylor Swift herself, but it's very funny. So Beyonce has started a new tour. And one
I
of
heard
these
about.
Swifties from TMZ was the first, reporting on the story. Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't Taylor Swift. I guess she was okay, but she wasn't really dancing. And they go, stop the story. Mm-hmm. And one of the girls who's a member of the Beehive is like, you're a Swiftie. You shouldn't be telling this story. Somebody else should be telling the story. And they're like, okay, start all over. So they went to break, came back.
Oh, my God.
And then they had the Beehive person do the story where she said, Beyonce, just like you would have done for Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So nothing, but they're like, Beyonce was amazing. She's
Right.
finding her new groove doing this. It was just so funny. They're like, Swiftie
God.
versus Beyonce. And nothing was really bad except for the person who's a Swiftie was like, well, she's not a Taylor Swift.
Exactly. No, I could never be a news reporter for that reason or a journalist because I am so biased. Like Taylor Swift, even though I was sobbing on the floor the other day because of who she's dating,
Yeah, it's official. Yeah.
literally want to vomit even thinking about it.
Everyone needs a rebound person. Just
Yep.
think of it like that.
Oh no, I know. She was in a relationship for 6 years. She's got to do something
She
stupid.
needs a rebound.
But why him?
But why him?
He was there.
Literally. He was there? He was there. Yeah, no. No! Sorry, it just reset. It's okay. I had everything set up.
I can tell you another Ted Lasso story if we
Okay.
want a Ted Lasso.
Yes.
Also, this
And then
week
we'll go
on
to
Ted
break.
Lasso, and I actually tweeted about this on our streaming_verse on Twitter. there was someone who was trying to set up a super league, which was a very bad idea with UK football, American soccer, because of what it would do downstream to the lesser players who weren't major players. Anyway, but while he was pitching the idea, he's like, we could be great, like the automobile, the smartphone, and Squatty Potty.
Oh, I saw that.
I was so excited.
Did you tag Squatty Potty?
Yes, I did.
Because I got a notification and I was like, who tagged Squatty Potty in a
Kristen.
post?
Because they said it on Ted Lasso.
Oh my God.
At one point, I don't think anyone's liked it, but we have like 300 impressions because
Really?
I hashtag Ted Lasso and I tagged Squatty Potty, who didn't even like it. I'm so disappointed. Squatty Potty is the best product. It really is up there with the smartphone. No, we can't get into details on what it does. We're on the radio.
Chris.
But it is awesome. It deserved the Ted Lasso tap.
Okay. We're going to take a break. Please don't leave yet. Squatty Potty. Oh my God. Chris.
You're tuned into WHCM 88.3 FM, your choice for popular music and stories that everyone can enjoy.
People looked at us, so...
Yeah.
Next Thursday, you will be caught in an extreme flash flood.
Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. Talk to your loved ones about making an emergency plan. Get started today at ready.gov/plan. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
All right. You are once again listening to Streaming Verse. What was I going to say? I was going to say something really smart. No, I wasn't.
Did we already do the station ID? I think you played it, right?
Yeah. I can do it real quick, though.
You can do it quick. That's something
You
to
are
say.
listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM, Palatine, Illinois, broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees.
It's so hot in here. But the sad part is it's becoming normal now. Like, I'm used to this now. I think this is a sauna, and we've each, like, sweated out a bucket at this point.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I had something really funny to say. I don't know. It's not funny anymore.
Although I've already watched this. If you have not seen Air on Prime, I think it's on Prime, watch Air. It was really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to care about it. It's about sports shoes.
It's a more of a coming of age of the equality of the player to the corporations who own their images, and how and that period of time when Michael Jordan, because he was so good and so sought after,
right,
that that deals were made that were not made before them. So and one of the same characters, the one that Matt Damon plays, he ends up also being involved with the NCAA. College basketball, and he was the ones who got it so that if the colleges use the likeness of the players, they get paid. Because before, colleges were just taking all this money in.
Right.
Like
what
what they
did know
do
about that.
to college, I mean, high school sports is bad, but college sports is horrible. Like, they'll have football players who can't even afford to eat, and they can't go eat at the cafeteria because it's closed because of when they're playing games. And they finally started to do some of that, things like that with schools. Like, if you're on the team, you get unlimited meals, and they also have extended hours in some schools so that the athletes can eat.
But not for gymnastics because they have no funding.
Girls.
Support men's gymnastics.
Right. But people think of that more as a female sport than a male, you know. Yeah, so it's not
it's a
football.
stereotype thing.
But hopefully it'll trickle down from there, because this was only a few years ago, like in the past 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
my brother is on a college gymnastics team, and I'm like, feed him.
Right.
He's
exactly.
a giant. Feed him.
But so that's why it's interesting, if that makes sense. Because just like Ted Lasso, like, it's not about the sport. I mean, the sport's part of it, but
right.
Because I didn't watch it the first season because I thought, it's sports.
It's sports. Why should I care?
I don't want to watch it.
Exactly.
But Airs, I highly recommend it.
Okay, maybe I'll watch it then. Because I don't care. Like, I just don't care.
Yeah.
But
and other than like
interesting.
some film, like a film of a game, there's no. It's not like you're watching the game. It's not like you're watching sports.
Okay.
At all.
Because there's only like one pair of shoes now that I care about that are way too expensive that Susanna and I want to buy.
Did Taylor Swift have something to do with it?
No, we just want to wear it to the concert.
Oh.
But they're so expensive, and we're not even the same shoe size. We were gonna split it, and then she could wear it to her date, and I could wear it to the other. But we're not the same shoe size, and it's devastating.
I'm sorry.
They're really pretty.
I'm sure.
Okay, I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
I'm just not a shoe person.
No, oh my god. I am a shoe person.
I mean, unless you want to talk about like running shoes or slides or.
No. I took Susanna on a tour of my closet, like literally yesterday. I have a crazy shoe obsession for someone who only wears Crocs.
Yeah, that is kind of funny.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Make sure you tune in next week to talk about shows we are refusing to finish.
Oh, we mentioned one of those today. Well, you said you'll get to it sometime. Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
I'm done.
Maybe when I'm in a nursing home.
Yeah, that's a good idea, yeah.
Nothing better to do.
So yeah, there's a long list. Like, why do you stop watching a show? If you're listening and you have shows that you've stopped watching for a reason, join us on our chat or send us a message at streaming_verse at Twitter or Instagram.
Or streaming.
Or join the chat on YouTube Live.
Yeah.
On the Harper Radio channel next Thursday at 7 p.m.
Yep. That's all I got.
All right.
Thanks for listening. Thank you for joining us, Susanna.
Yes, thank you.
Have a good dinner.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me, saying get back together, come back and see me. 3 days since the living room. I realized it's all my fault, but couldn't tell you. Yesterday you'd forgiven me, but it'll still be 2 days till I say I'm sorry.
Hold it now, I want to hoodwink. Does it make you stop think? You'll think you're looking at Aquaman. I summon fish to the dish, although I like the chalet Swiss. I like the sushi cause it's never touch a frying pan. Hot like wasabi when I bust rhymes. Big like Leanne rhymes because I'm all about value. Burton Camper's got the mad hits. You try to match wits, you try to hold me but I bust through. Can I make a break and take a fake out like a stinking ink and shake out like vanilla? It's the finest of the flavors. Gotta see the show cause then you'll know the vertigo is gonna go cause it's so dangerous you'll have to sign a waiver. Can't I help it if I think you're funny when you're mad? Trying hard not to smile though I feel bad. I'm the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean, well you soon will. I have a tendency to wear my mind on my sleeve. I have a history of taking off my shirt.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Threw your arms in the air and said you're crazy. 5 days since you tackled me. I still got the red burns on both my knees. It's been 3 days since the afternoon. You realize it's not my fault, but I went too soon. Yesterday you'd forgiven me, and now I'll sit back and wait till you say you're sorry.